Marseille, France. It's a place I'd really love to go. But if I want to know the best time of year to go, I have to understand not just weather, but I have to know about the climate. So there are certain factors that I have to take into consideration when I'm analyzing the climate of a location. The first thing that I want to do is I want to know where in the world it is. If you look at this map, you will see that Marseille is right down here in the south of France on the Mediterranean Sea. All right, so now I know where it is. My next step is to look at temperature and precipitation data. That will tell me a lot about a place, especially if it has seasons and what those seasons are. So if you look at this, this data chart, I can see that there is a change in temperature throughout the year. The hottest months are July and August. The coolest months are December and January. So you can see that here. Here's July and August, and here's December, and here's January. Okay? And there's about a 2-degree difference over the course of the year. Not really extreme, but a definite difference. I can also see that the greatest amount of precipitation falls in the autumn months and into the winter. Okay? All right, so the next thing I want to look at, let me get rid of that, is latitude, because I know latitude is a factor that influences climate, especially temperature. Marseille is at 43 degrees north latitude, so that tells me that it's squarely in the temperate zone. Okay. Next factor that I want to look at is elevation. Okay, and you can tell from this that the elevation of Marseille goes from 0 to 140 meters, but on average it's anywhere from 20 to 80 meters. So now I know the altitude or the elevation. The next thing that I want to look at is how close it is to large bodies of water. And I think if you look at this, you will see that the Mediterranean Sea is quite a large body of water, and Marseille is actually right here. Okay? So if we go to a bigger image, well, it's not going. But you can see that the Mediterranean Sea is quite large. Marseille is right on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay. The next thing that I have to take into consideration when I'm looking at climate are winds. Now there are two types of winds, prevailing winds and seasonal winds. The prevailing winds are winds that blow pretty much in the same direction all the time. And that is based, again, on latitude. That's one reason why latitude is so important to understand. And if you look at this, you will see that based on the latitude of Marseille, which is around 43 degrees north, that it is squarely in the westerlies prevailing winds zone or belt. Okay, so that tells something about it well. All right. Then the seasonal winds, there are seasonal winds that affect the climate in Marseille because it is on, let me get it over here, sorry. So, with the marker, there are these winds here, the Mistrals, and they actually blow directly over Marseille from the northwest, the west-northwest. So those are the seasonal winds that will affect the climate in Marseille. So I have to take those into consideration. I have to study about those. Okay. The last thing that we have to think about when we're looking at the climate of a location is mountain ranges that may be around it. And so if you look at this map, you will see that just to the west, the northwest of Marseille, there is a big mountain range. And if you remember, those Mistral winds actually blow in this direction. Okay? So they're blowing from the mountains. So I definitely need to keep that in mind as well in studying the climate and analyzing the climate of Marseille. So those are the factors that I have to focus on in order to understand the climate of Marseille. And this is what you will do when you're doing the climate analysis of your location. Good luck.